Well, hello, my friends. I'm here with Gina Ponce. She is the president of the Women on a Mission for Change. Gina, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So we have, meaning you, have an exciting conference coming up here on the 24th of March. It's the annual conference, Believe, Be Brave, Be Bold. This is what you said, the 12th year, and it's 12th year. So why don't we just start out and just tell us what is Mission Women on a Mission for Change, and who do you serve?
Well, we started this organization about 13 years ago. And my dream was to be able to serve women who couldn't afford to go to the expensive conferences, that were too shy, that were just in that space in their life where they didn't know where to go or how to do it. And so we just decided to create a conference for them. And we chose the pillars of careers, health, life skills, education, and spirituality. And we didn't want the women to break up into rooms. So we decided that we would have it all in one room and bring the speakers to them. So that everybody could get the whole conference. Because sometimes when we go to conferences, we pick these great topics and then we miss out on some other great ones. So this way they get a piece of all of it. And then each year we have a different theme. We try to focus on all the speakers to be some speakers locally so that after the conference, the women can connect with those speakers after the fact. So we've been having a really great time. The entire conference is planned by volunteers. And some of the volunteers that I have been with me from the beginning. The first year it was a lot, let's talk about what we want to do. And then the second year, I decided to make it a 501c3 so that we were able to raise funds and write grants and do things like that.
Yeah. How wonderful and how exciting. And I just love when I'll speak, especially women, you have this idea and you look at it and you create and then you bring it to fruition. And then it kind of just evolves and it keeps, evolving into bigger and better and new things. So, it's exciting. And I know you have a dynamic group of speakers this year. I keep getting emails and I'm seeing things on Facebook about what's happening. So let's just talk about, so it's on the 24th. You kind of explained everybody's in one room, but let's talk about some of the speakers. Let's spend a little bit of time talking about speakers. So
Okay. So Leah Baez is our keynote speaker, and she's been around for a while. I met Leah because she was the commencement speaker at Bellevue University's graduation. And she left such an impact on the crowd that I decided to kind of sort of follow her. And so I followed her around. I've been to a couple of her presentations. And when we as a committee talked about who we wanted somebody that was really going to tell their story and then tell us how they came from their story to who they are today. So that's how we came to the decision to pick Leah. Monica Wells is a very spiritual person. She is with the Susie Buffett Institute, and she just came very highly recommended. The spiritual component is a very particular component because we take it to a level where it's not offensive. So it's not, talking about God or the Bible, or it's just talking about identifying who their higher power is and how do they use that higher power to get to where they want to get to. So Monica came really, really highly recommended. So did Leah.
Yeah. So you can kind of relate to it regardless of where you land in the journey of whatever you believe in. So cool. Yeah.
And sometimes, last year we had a speaker that after she spoke, she sang, and so it became wow.
Right.
She kind of looked at me because she was like, okay, do you want me to go there? And I was like, you know what, if the spirit moved you, and
Yep.
it's moving people in the room, then go for it. You
Yep.
know, I mean, it is what it is. Dejanira Lynn Cook just has a special place in my heart. When she was in Mercy High School, she was a high school student at Mercy. I became her mentor, and I used to teach Spanish in the Upward Bound program at Creighton University,
Mhm.
and she was part of that.
Yeah.
And so we stayed in touch all of these years. She is now a certified mental health therapist, and has grown to become an incredible woman. And I just thought that the girls would really, really relate to her, and
Yeah.
that she would be able to have a great story, especially because we really encourage the girls to identify a mentor, and that
Right.
mentors do stay in your lives
Yep.
sometimes forever. You
Yep.
know, and my
Yeah.
relationship with Dejanira is that type of relationship where we've known each other for, it's got to be at least 15 years.
Yeah.
And she still reaches out to me when she needs guidance or when she needs help with something. And so I decided, you know what, it's time for you
Yeah.
to step up to the next level and talk
Yeah.
about what you do. So she's
Well,
really excited.
and I will tell you, we've got like a minute or so left. So,
Okay.
so if you just want to mention, because all this stuff is on your website too, and you've got bios, and I also will put the website up on the, along the screen, but I also want to talk about social media because because I've been seeing a lot on Facebook, has it been, or so inviting people to like the Facebook page.
Yes.
Because you can get a ton, you can read about all the speakers on the Facebook page. So
I usually put everything on LinkedIn, the Women on a Mission Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page. And Bellevue University also allows me to put stuff on theirs.
Yeah.
Because that's who my employer is. And they're very great supporters of what I'm doing with this organization. So we put it out a lot because we want everybody to know about it.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about the conference before I let you go, because I'm kind of glancing over here because I'm looking at this beautiful ad. It's breakfast and lunch provided, 8:30 to 3 o'clock. You have some great sponsors, partners, Bellevue University, OPPD, No More Empty Pots. Free girls tickets ages 14 to 18, $70 for individual, 25 for college. Who comes to this conference? I mean, anybody can come to this conference, right?
Anybody can come to this conference. Anybody, everybody, and anybody. As far as the young girls, I reach out to the high schools.
Yeah.
And they bring the girls, they pay for it. This year we were blessed by No More Empty Pots, and they sponsored all the high school girls to come.
That's awesome.
We limited to 50 girls because we're doing a big project with them this year. That's going to take time. So we don't want the crowd to be, too large with the girls. The girls have their own speakers and the women have their own speakers, but throughout the day, they are together in the same room.
Okay.
So for the keynote and for the spiritual part, they're all together because we want the girls to get to know the women and maybe identify a woman in the room that they can connect with. So it's a very interactive day.
Yeah. How exciting, Gina. How exciting. And again, thank you for taking an idea that brings women together and girls together and really makes a difference. So again, March 24th, all the information's on the website, which is womenonamissionomaha.org, and lots of great information is there. So I look forward, I'm sorry, this like flew by. But I look forward to talking to you again, and we'll put the 24th on my calendar. So
absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Gina, thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
You too.
Bye.
And folks, we'll be right back.